In the summer of 2025, nobody expected Fantastic Four to do well. It was going up against some really big movies. One was another Jurassic World film, which for some reason still makes tons of money, even though it's just dinosaurs doing the same crazy stuff over and over. The other was James Gunn's Superman movie, which was so hyped up you'd think it was going to change the world. Meanwhile, Marvel hasn't been doing great lately. They had 2 big flops already that year. Plus, a TV show that was so bad, even Marvel acted like it never happened. To make things worse, there were rumors about reshoots, rewrites, bad test screenings, and people complaining about forced messages in the movie. And on top of all that, they cast Pedro Pascal, an actor who seems to be in every movie nowadays, which annoyed a lot of people. So yeah, people had pretty low expectations, but here's the crazy part. The movie is actually good. Not amazing or anything, it won't change your life. But it's solid, entertaining, and way better than what we've come to expect from Marvel lately. And in today's world of superhero burnout, that's actually kind of a big deal. The movie starts on a different version of Earth. The multiverse stuff again. It's not our usual MCU world, which is honestly refreshing because it means we don't have to remember a bunch of stuff from old movies and shows to understand what's going on. In this world, the Fantastic Four are already superheroes. They've been doing this for 4 years. We don't get a long origin story, just a quick montage showing they went to space, got hit with cosmic rays, and now have powers. It's fast, fun, and easy to follow. Reed Richards and Sue Storm are married, and she's pregnant. They're living in a cool, retro-looking city that feels like it came straight out of a 1960s comic book. Things are going well for them until they pick up a signal from space. Then, out of nowhere, a silver woman on a surfboard comes crashing down to Earth. She's called the Silver Surfer, and she tells everyone that a giant space being named Galactus is coming to eat the planet. Galactus isn't here to play around. He tells the team that if they give him Sue's unborn baby, who has a special cosmic power, he'll leave Earth alone. If they don't, he's going to destroy the planet. Obviously, the team says no. They're not going to hand over a baby, so they try to find another way to stop him. This leads to a big space adventure. Lots of arguing, some emotional moments, and one very crazy plan. Teleporting the entire planet to another universe so Galactus can't find it. Yeah, the plan is kind of dumb, but the movie sells it pretty well. And somehow it all kind of works. There are big fights, sacrifices, and a lot of dramatic moments. Sue even dies trying to stop Galactus but comes back to life thanks to her super-powered baby, Franklin. It's wild, but it actually has heart. What really helps this movie work is the cast. Pedro Pascal plays Reed Richards, and surprisingly, he's really good. He's calm, smart, and believable as the leader. He doesn't get pushed aside like some people feared. Vanessa Kirby plays Sue Storm, and she brings a lot of warmth and strength to the role. She's not a bossy character, just someone who really cares about her family. Their relationship is a big part of the movie, and it actually feels real and touching. Johnny Storm, Sue's brother, is different from the old versions. He's not the annoying jokester anymore. He's still funny sometimes, but he's more toned down and even kind of emotional. There are hints he might be gay, or at least very different from the typical playboy version of the character. Either way, it's a fresh take. He also figures out an important clue that helps the team understand the Silver Surfer better. Then there's Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. He's still the big rock guy, and he does punch things, but the movie doesn't give him much to do. He gets a tiny romance subplot that barely takes up any screen time. It's a bit disappointing because The Thing is usually one of the most interesting characters in the group. Hopefully, he gets more to do in future movies. One of the best parts of this movie is how it doesn't feel like every other Marvel movie. There aren't a bunch of annoying jokes every 5 minutes. When something serious happens, they let it be serious. Like when the baby is born, they don't ruin it with a dumb joke. They let the moment happen, and it actually hits you emotionally. It feels like they finally learned that not everything needs to be turned into a punchline. The movie also looks different. It has this cool retro style that makes it stand out. The visuals are colorful and fun without being overwhelming. Galactus looks awesome, like a giant cosmic god, and the Silver Surfer has a sleek, powerful design. Some of the CGI is still a little rough in places, especially in the big final battle, but overall it's way better than what we've seen recently. Now, the Silver Surfer character is interesting. She's powerful and mysterious, but we don't learn much about her. There are hints at her past and why she's doing what she's doing, but it feels like some of that was cut out of the movie. Same goes for Galactus. He looks cool and sounds intimidating, but we don't really get to know him. He just shows up, demands the baby, and then starts wrecking stuff. It works, but you wish there was more depth. And yeah, the third act gets a little messy. The plan to move Earth feels ridiculous, and the big final fight turns into a lot of flashing lights and chaos. But even with that, the emotional moments carry it. Sue's big moment, the baby's birth, and the family's fight to stay together all feel real and heartfelt. That's something Marvel movies have been missing for a long time. The ending sets up more stuff for the future. There's a quick scene where Dr. Doom appears at the Baxter Building, hinting that he'll be the next big villain. And with other huge MCU movies like Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars coming soon, people are wondering if this movie is the start of a new era for Marvel. There are even rumors about a total reboot after Secret Wars, which might mean new versions of all the characters. If this is the first step in a new direction, it's a good one. Pedro Pascal might not be the next Iron Man, but he's a strong lead. He makes Reed Richards feel like someone you can trust. The only problem is that he's already 50, so it's hard to imagine him sticking around for the next 10 or 15 years. But for now, he works. The movie also does a great job of feeling like the old Fantastic Four comics. There are lots of little details and set pieces taken straight from the pages. The team's early adventures, their fun gadgets, and the retro look all feel like a love letter to the original stories. And it's nice to have a superhero movie that just focuses on its own story without trying to connect to 100 other things. One big thing that helps this movie stand out is that it doesn't tell their origin again. We've seen the Fantastic Four get their powers so many times. This movie skips all that and just jumps into the action. We learn everything we need from a quick intro, and then it's on to the good stuff. It's a smart move, especially since audiences are tired of seeing the same stories over and over. The humor in this movie also feels better. It's not like the old Marvel style where every serious moment is ruined by a dumb joke. This movie has some funny parts, but they come from the characters and the situations, not from someone trying too hard to be clever. It feels more natural, and that makes the serious parts hit harder too. The performances are all solid. Pedro Pascal brings emotion and intelligence to Reed. Vanessa Kirby gives Sue a lot of depth and strength. Johnny is fun in a new way even if he doesn't get as much attention. And The Thing, while underused, still has presence. Hopefully they all get more development in the next movie. The movie's message about family is clear without being cheesy. The Fantastic Four are a real family, not just a team. They argue, they make mistakes, but they love each other. And that love is what helps them face impossible odds. In a genre that often forgets about real human connections, this feels refreshing. So, what's the final word? Fantastic Four. First Steps isn't perfect, but it's way better than most of us expected. It's a fun, heartfelt, and surprisingly thoughtful superhero movie. It reminds us why we liked Marvel movies in the first place. If this is the new direction they're going in, then maybe, just maybe, the MCU still has some life left in it. Let's just hope they don't mess it all up again. Please, Marvel, don't mess it up again.